are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dublin Shamrocks and the Chicago Blues. Teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Love. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game. The way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Love from the gun. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And it will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line. Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
Shamrock 7, Blues 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second down, Love. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Love looking to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Joseph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Joseph. And it's caught. Touchdown.
To number 80.
From 21 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
It is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Blues nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they showed improvement? Because you had 2 drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They'll try and run the option. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Love now to pass on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and long.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to wind up with air out. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Blues nothing.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The 30, past the 20, and touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
It's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go bootleg. Love. They'll roll him out right. From right side, complete to Carter. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Love now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And the 46-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Love trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. On 4th down, Love finding room to the 20. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you put him in space more times than not out of each play.